Manzer since March 3rd, 1963, the day after that. 2 years ago, I was asked by my friend and colleague, Manuel Valdez, to introduce him as a member of the class of 2013 Ventura County Educators Hall of Fame. I will always consider this one of the greatest professional honors of my life. Tonight, I proudly yet humbly stand here again to introduce Raelene Manzer, my mother, as a member of the class of 2015. While this is also one of the greatest honors of my life, figuring out what to include was not very easy at first. With Manuel, I can speak directly about my knowledge of him as an educator. However, with my mother, my knowledge of her as a professional comes mostly from what others tell me. After struggling for some time with what to say, it hit me. The most remarkable thing about my mother's selection is that while she was being this phenomenal teacher, my brother and I only knew her as a remarkable mom. While she was creating creative lesson plans, determining appropriate interventions, conferencing with parents, mentoring peers, and staying on top of current educational trends and research, we only knew her as the mother who made us dinner and made sure we had family mealtime. Mother who helped us with our homework, and making our lunches, mother who attended all our games and supported our interests, the mother who put us first. I believe that this same ability to make others feel as if they were her first priority is what made her a superior educator for her students, her parents, colleagues, and community, and ultimately what brings us recognition tonight. If you know my mother, you know she's a very humble person. In all my years, I've never heard her gloat or brag about any accomplishments in her personal or professional life. Any bragging she does has always been safe to share her pride in the accomplishments of her family members, her students, and her friends. And prior to this nomination process, I was honestly only aware of one of the awards she'd received as an educator, and it was not because she told me about it. While I knew that she served as the board chairman for the Camarillo United Methodist Church's Child Development Center, I did not know that she had been recognized as an Educator of the Year for both the Pleasant Valley School District and the Camarillo Chamber of Commerce, or she had received the Optimist Club Achievement in Educational Award. Growing up in Camarillo and then working as an educator throughout Ventura County myself, I have regularly been reminded of what a remarkable educator my mother is. When meeting people for the first time, it's common to be asked, "Are you Raelene Manzer's son?" Then the words of praise begin to flow. She was the best teacher I ever had. I admire her so much. Your mother inspired me to become a teacher. We moved to Camarillo Heights so that we could have your mother as our children's teacher. If God created the perfect kindergarten teacher, it would be your mother. And what does it feel like to be the son of a legend? Well, I have to say it feels pretty good. To know the incredibly positive and lifelong impact my mother has had on her students, their parents, and her fellow educators is a tremendous point of pride for our family. And now, as a representative for that proud family, Mom, will you please step forward?
Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Martin, of course. Thank you, Darren, and the Ventura County Educators Hall of Fame. I am deeply honored to be a part of this recognition. After being notified that I was to be honored, I revisited my teaching scrapbooks and class pictures. Those years with my kindergarten cubs were beyond measure rewarding and happy years. My family shared this journey with me. Tonight, some of them are here, and I want to introduce them. The one who has been with me longest on this life journey is my sister Beverly, who is here with her husband, Bob. My husband and best friend, Bill, who's over there, our son Martin and his wife Judy, our grandchildren Alana and Derek, our granddaughter Jackie, who is unable to join us because she's working in New York City, our son Warren and his wife Janice, and our grandchildren Zachary and Brett plan to attend. However, they are with family in Nevada, tending to a very, very sad family situation. All of this Manzer family has been educated by schools within Ventura County. I share this honor with past and present Ventura County educators. Bill and I graduated Oxnard High School and Ventura Community College. Our sons and their wives graduated Camarillo High School. Our grandchildren represent Pleasant Valley School District, Canale Valley Unified School District, and Oxnard High School District. 2 of our grandchildren graduated California State University, Channel Islands. In addition, the above-mentioned local schools prepared our grandchildren for Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, Yale, USC, and the culinary. My husband retired as an administrator in the Canale Valley Unified School District. I retired from the Pleasant Valley School District. To carry on the tradition of educators in our family, we have our son Martin, who is an administrator with Canale Valley Unified, Brittany, who is a career counselor and internship development coordinator at the University of California at Santa Barbara, and Alana, who will soon be a kindergarten teacher. My first teaching position in Ventura County was in the Rio School District, where I was fortunate to have John McGarry as my principal. Most of my teaching career was spent in the kindergarten classroom at Camarillo Heights Elementary School. It was a wonderful school with high academic standards and a very professional and caring staff. My first principal was Richard Mulkey. And how lucky I was to be on his staff. In addition to the Camarillo Heights staff, we had exceptional district leadership and support. As a classroom teacher, I was confident that they would be there with us to guide us through the many curriculum changes and to assist us when we face special needs and concerns regarding my cubs. Now I want to talk about my kindergarten cubs, some of whom are here tonight. It was in my garden of children that we set out to teach each child as much as possible. Sharing this goal with me for many years was my dear friend, Dorothy Bursman. Parent volunteers came into our classroom every day. To this day, when I see those parents, they often say, "We had so much fun coming into your class as crazy letter friends." Upper grade students volunteered in our classroom. All of these volunteers made it possible for me to often assess my cubs on an individual basis and to focus on their individual needs. I mentioned the support of others as we worked together to meet the needs of all children. At Camarillo Heights, we had a very fine student study team led by Sharon Moore. This team planned with me the following year. My request was that we make it work for the child and for all of the other children in the classroom. We did it. I recently saw the child's mother, and she asked if all had gone well for him throughout his school years. She said, yes, there was only one incident, and that was the advisor took care of it immediately, and there was never another problem. This kindergarten cub is now working in our community. I had the pleasure of reading one of the letters nominating me for the Ventura County Educators Hall of Fame. So much of what I hoped would be memories for my cubs is said in that letter, written by Jen Magrin Beecher. I want to share some of that letter with you. I can still remember the colorful ABC carpet with the black border that I sat on each day of kindergarten. Mrs. Manzer's class was unforgettable. not only because it was my first official year of school, but because of the love she helped me feel. Teach is to be touched by children forever.